My name is Dr. Mohammad Shahidul Islam. I work as an academic advisor at Atlantic International University since 2013. Since then, I have supervised more than 500 students at different disciplines at the Atlantic International University in fulfilling their academic dreams. We have started our publication health initiative in August last year. Since then, I am happy to announce that we have published articles and books in different recognized media from our students and alumni. It's a very encouraging number. I encourage all of you, whether you are a graduate, postgraduate, doctorate, or postdoc student, you should publish at least one article or your dissertation in different recognized media to get you recognized. That's why we are here to help you out to reach your publication goals. Atlantic International University has educational direction to accommodate UNESCO 2030 goal to sustainable development in its educational activity. Your intended research publication is in line with UNESCO 2030 goal number 4, that is quality education. Your publication in a good journal will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all because it will give you recognition and will help your fellow researcher in acquiring quality education as a reference. Today's talk will be, but not limited to the following topics. First, we will talk about your publication journey. Then we will talk about what is journal publication. Then we will talk about why journal publication, since publication is not so easy. So it is good to know why you are going to accomplish it. Then we will talk about journal publication of your research work. Then we will talk about how we can support you in organizing your article. Then we will talk about how to write an article in scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important. Then we will talk about book publication. Then we will talk about patent accomplishment. Then we will discuss a bit about Atlantic International University aid to its publication aid to its student. Then we will review to publish journal article to go through the details so that you come to know what are the end of a published journal article. Then we will open the floor to you to put me question. You can ask me whatever question you have in your mind. Finally, we will end up with some concluding remarks. My dear fellow friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of your research work, that is publish your research accomplishment in journal. Many fellow students are afraid to publish their work in journal. They think it is tricky, but in reality, it is not that much tricky at all. Many of you may have written letter to your friend or partner. There sometimes you describe a story. Similarly, a journal article is like a living story. There you describe accomplishment of your research work from beginning to end in that format. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about what is journal publication. A journal is a collection of articles and is published periodically throughout the year. A journal publication is a scholarly publication containing articles written by researcher, professor, and other experts. Journal focuses on a specific discipline or field of study. Unlike newspaper and magazines, journals are intended for academic or technical audience, not for general readers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about why journal publication. Most journal publication are peer-reviewed publication. It means your journal article has been reviewed and ratified by expert in your subject area before publication. Once this is done, your journal article constitutes authentication to be accepted by scholars worldwide. Journal publication is important in both engaging in professional communication and advancing scientific knowledge and improving human life. Publishing article in journal can give your work visibility among other researchers in your field outside of your immediate circles of contacts and colleagues. Journal publication can make your work more discoverable as they are already been read by circles of interested readers. Your published journal article constitutes solid basis to be referred by fellow future researchers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about journal publication of your research work. Before journal publication, you need to compile and write up your research work compatible to a standard journal format. Before doing that, it is good to answer few relevant questions like, are you interested in publishing your work? Are you organized to do it? Do you have experience in reviewing journal in the area of your interest? Can you write your final thesis in research format? Do you want international recognition or acclaim for your research work? Do you want your research work to be referred by fellow researchers? Do you want worldwide acceptance of your research work? Do you want to increase weight of your CV by incorporating your research outcome? Do you want to be a competent candidate in finding a job in the area of your interest? Do you want to be a qualified researcher? Do you want to create an impact in the area of your interest? If answer to few of these questions are yes, yes, you are a qualified researcher to publish your work in journal or other recognized media. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about how we can support you in organizing your article. First, you have to be specific to journal format. For that, you need to review several journal articles in your subject area to understand the suitable format. Ensure your article aligns with the chosen journal's guidelines. This is very important. Journal's guidelines must be followed in order to be accepted by the journal. Then what will be the content? Adapt your thesis content to fit the journal article format. Focused on most significant findings and contribution of your research. Pay special attention in results and discussion section because this results and discussion section acts as an antecedent to be accepted in a reputed journal. Then you need to submit your article to the chosen journal. The journal's editorial team will evaluate and review your submission. After that, you have to be prepared to make any necessary revision based on the feedback you received from the learned reviewers. Then, if review decision is positive and your journal is formally accepted, you need to pay the article processing cost to the journal. This article processing cost can vary from 50 US dollar up to 1,000 or more, depending on the journal. Note that this article processing cost is a standard practice in academic publishing by the journal and is not required by Atlantic International University. It is solely managed by the journal. Many of students ask me about article processing cost. Few journal does not require an article processing cost unless you choose the open publication option. But few journals, regardless of whether they are listed or not, they demand article processing cost. So almost 90% of journals demand article processing cost, and there are many journals that publish article with reasonable article. So you need not to be worried about it because it has lots of benefit that for you if you can publish an article in a reputed and recognized journals. Then once accepted, your article will be available online, and then use your published article as a reference in your CV and highlight it in your list of accomplishment. Our team at Atlantic International University is here to assist you throughout this process. We can help you organize your manuscript and submit it to the right journal for acceptance and publication. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now I will talk very important issue, that is how to write article in scholarly format for journal publication. Writing journal article can seem daunting, but with right structure and guidance, it becomes a manageable and rewarding task. Here is step-by-step format to help you structure your journal article. Follow this blueprint to ensure your paper meets the standard of academic journals. Journal format varies from journal to journal, so I highly recommend you, before you write an article, choose one or two or three journal where you want to submit your article and review the instruction to the authors. In instruction to the authors, they clearly write down the guidance. They clearly write down the format, how you can write your manuscript to fit their format. And journal format varies from journal to journal, but today I will introduce a general format which is acceptable to many journals. If you follow this format, you may need to adjust little bit to get fitted with any kind of journals that is available online. First, you need to craft a clear and concise title that reflects the essence and integral notion of your research. Some people says morning shows the days. Journal title shows your integral notion of your entire manuscript. So you need to craft a very concise and precise title to give what you are going to deliver message to your intended readers. Then you need to write down the author's names and affiliation, list authors, all authors involved in the research, including their institutional affiliations. Then you need to write down the abstract. Provide a brief summary of your research, including the purpose, methodology, and key findings. This section needs to be between 150 to 300 words, not more. Then you need to write down 5 keywords, identify 5 key terms or words that are central to your research. By tagging these keywords, a finder can find your article online. Then you need to write down introduction. Introduce your research topic, its significance, and objective of your study. Cite at least 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly argument, which constitute relevant your work, and always end up writing introduction section by inserting purpose and aim of your research work. Then you need to write down the problem description. Describe the problem your research addresses. This section need to be 50 to 150 words approximately. Then you need to write down research objective. Clearly state the objective and goal of your research. Write 3 to 5 points. Each point should not be more than 15 words long. Then you need to write down the materials and methods section. Detail the materials and methods used in your research to ensure reproducibility. Methods need to be referred by appropriate references. And you need to write down theoretical background. Discuss the theoretical framework and existing literature related to your research work. Then you need to write down the results and discussion section. Present your findings and discuss their implication in context of your research question and objectives. Use graphical presentation of your results and discussion with logical interpretation. Result and discussion section is hard.
Doctor, I was trying to erase the drawing on your presentation, and I actually ended up closing your presentation. I did it wrong.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we can get started again. No problem.
yes, thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, it's okay. Where this? Yes.
Okay, yeah, good. The drawing is gone. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you for drawing this to my attention. Otherwise, I could not notice what is happening. So I highly appreciate your help that you are providing while acting these types of seminars to our students. Thank you, Professor Lambert, once again. So, results and discussion section. Present your findings and discuss their implication in context of your research and questions and objective. Use graphical presentation of your results and discussion with logical interpretation. Results and discussion section is actually the heart of your manuscript. The more nicely you will write up results and discussion section, there will be high chance to get your work accepted in a reputed journal. Because many researchers only go through your results and discussion and findings. Because people usually show their creativity in results and discussion section. So please pay special attention to result and discussion section to get value added in your manuscript. Then conclusion, summarize your key findings and their significance and suggest potential direction for future research. And then acknowledgement section, acknowledge individual or organization that support your work. Then a list of symbols, if applicable, provide a list of symbols used in your research. Then references, include all references cited in your research. And reference format varies from journal to journal. Again, review the journal guidelines to write up exact format of reference in your reference. And formatting guidelines is like this. Use a 10 to 12 point font size, single space text. Aim for a length of 8 to 12 pages. You can write up to 20 pages in few journals, but impact journal have limitation. They usually do not accept like your manuscript more than 12 pages. This is approximately 3,500 to 5,000 words in total for a standard scholarly article. Here are few journal that I would like to recommend to you. There are thousands of the journal available online. You need to choose what journal you want to submit your article for evaluation and review. So I recommend you choose some journals that will value your article of publication. Because if you publish your journal in ordinary journal, you may not get the reputation and you may not get the reward of your publication. So choose the journal which will give you value and reward of your publication. I am suggesting few journals, but these are not mandatory. It is completely depend upon you where you want to submit and publish your articles. We have collaboration with few articles. For example, current trend in engineering sciences, then European Journal of Applied Science, Academia Journal of Scientific Research, then Archives of Business Research, Advance in Social Science Research, then British Journal of Health and Medical Research, then Transaction of Engineering and Computer Sciences, Discovery in Agriculture and Food Sciences. We have collaboration with these types of journals. If you go through and by us, these journals, you will get discounted articles from them. And discounted price could be up to 75 discount. Then there are also few journals where you can think to submit your work. For example, American International Journal of Humanities and Social Sciences, then Humanities and Social Sciences. This is impactful journal. Then International Journal of Innovative Research and Scientific Studies. This is national journal. Any student, regardless of which discipline they are, can submit their work to these journals. International Journal of Innovative Research and Scientific Studies. This is a USA-based journal, and you can submit your work from science, social science, or business discipline to these journals. Then International Advances in Economic Research. This is also an impactful journal, published article in economic disciplines. Then there are also a few journals which you can think to submit your work. For example, American Research Journal of Humanities and Social Sciences. Students from social science can think to submit your work. These journals have article processing fees, most probably $60. Then you can also think to submit your work in journal like International Journal of Arts and Humanities, International Journal of Education and Human Development, International Journal of Social Sciences and Business, International Journal of Business Management and Commerce, and so on. I am providing my contact details in chat option. If you would like to get a copy of today's PowerPoint presentation and the sample article that I will show you later, send me an email. I will send these two resources, PowerPoint presentation slides and the sample article that I will show you by email attachment. So those who will send me an email will get the today's presentation material. Then few students want to publish their work as a book. So this is few information to them. First, you need to organize your book. For this, you need to craft a title that reflects your book content. Then you can write down the dedication. You can dedicate your book to the sweet memories of your friends or acquaintances who support you to write up your book. Then you can write a forward preface or summary of your book from the author. You can request your seniors or your reviewers to write few favorable words on your book. Of your book, undoubtedly. Then you can write forward preface and summary of your book from the author. Then you can request a forwarding letter from your editor seniors or your friends who can write few nice words in support of your book. Then book content will be like this. First, you need to write up new need and driving force for documentation. Write up why you have written a book, and this could be interesting to your readers uh, to read the driving force that drive you to write a whole book. Then you need to develop the book content from beginning to end. In journal, you have bindings to narrow down your writing up to 8 to 12 pages. But in book, there is no limitation. You can write up as many pages as you want. You can write up few hundred pages as long as it is logically acceptable and scholarly uh, compatible. Then you need to write up the key messages of your book to the intended readers. Write down what messages you want to deliver to your readers in your book. This could be interesting. Then you need to write up the book conclusion, summarize the key messages of your book in the conclusion. Kindle Direct Publishing from Amazon and Lambert Academic Publishing do not cost anything. So you can publish your book as a free of cost if they accept your book. So Kindle Direct Publishing from Amazon and Lambert Academic Publishing do not cost anything. But Scholar Publishing publishes ebook. For example, your thesis at as low as 150 US dollar. I have developed new collaboration with Scholarly Publishing. Their regular price to publish ebook is 2,050 pound sterling, but upon my request, they have decided to publish ebook from Atlantic International University student as low as 150 US dollar. So you can publish your entire thesis as an electronic book to Scholar Publishing. If you go by us, you will get discount. You can publish your thesis at 150 pound sterling. Those who cannot transform their thesis into journal format can think about to publish their entire thesis or dissertation as an ebook at publishing at a low publishing cost, up to 50 pound sterling. It is possible to publish thesis as like journal article up to 30 printed pages long at 50 pound sterling. So if your thesis is up to 30 printed pages long, you can publish your thesis as a regular journal article at 50 sterling to Scholar Publishing. So we are doing everything to publish your journey as comfortable, as easy as possible. So we are helping you to publish your work economically in different media as well from Atlantic International University. So few students want to accomplish patent. This is very encouraging. So those who can invent something can do the patent of your work. There are few guidelines. Step in patent application process. Step one is invention, understand, and disclosure. Understand and disclosure what you have invented. Then step two is patentability search. Search a format of patented article for your own review. Step three is filling an application for a patent. Browse your chosen patent authority and fill up the application. Then step four, patent drafting. Draft your own patent text. This is very important. You need to write up what you have invented. Then step five is filling the patent application. File your patent application to the chosen patent authority platform. And step six is review for examination. This is very important. You have to request to examine your claim patent. And step six is responding to observation. Be prepared to answer the observation. If you cannot answer observation positively, they will not accept patent application. And step 8 is grant of patent. If granted, you can enjoy the patentability right and can get royalty as, as admissible from the beneficiary or customer within the covered area. And US patent can cost more than 30,000 US dollar, and European patent can cost more than 6,300 US dollar. But if you can get accepted a patent application, Atlantic International University can subsidize a percentage fees that usually incur in patenting process. And Atlantic International University provide you publishing help as editorial help and financial help. Editorial help include motivation, information. It includes need, benefit, and quality assurance, and organization and write-up. Choose right publisher to publish your work, submission help, and acceptance. That's why we are organizing publishing seminars or publishing class in every alternative week. There we try to discuss what are the journals publication and how you can organize your work to write a manuscript for journal publication. Then after write up, we provide the help, the aftermath help to submit your work to a right journal where you can get accepted and publish your work. Then Atlantic International University also provide financial help. Atlantic International University credit article processing cost from your tuition fee for the first standard and recognized published article. So Atlantic International University credit article processing cost for your first article. And yes, of course, you can write many articles, but those costs should be borne by your own. Atlantic International University will credit your first journal article from your tuition fee. Effectively, publication does not cost anything to Atlantic International University student for the first standard and recognized published article per student. So before conclusion, I will show two published journal article to go through the details. Here, two articles were published under the same DOI. And first, you need to write up the title. Here, we have written up our title for two. You can write a single article and you can include the title for the single manuscript as well. Our title was like this: suitable, sustainable treatment of emerging organic pollutant, endocrine disruption chemical from water and wastewater, and role of Atlantic International University online-based distance learning education system to achieve UNESCO 2030 goal towards stable development. And after that, you need to write down the author's name and affiliation. But many students cannot write exactly the author's names and affiliation in their manuscript. I don't know why it is, because author's names and affiliation writing is very simple. Simply write down your name, then your institutional affiliation. If you are a student of Atlantic International University, you can write up the schools you are reading and name of the university, addresses, and underneath you can insert your email addresses. That's it. It is very simple. Then after the author's names and affiliation, you need to write up the abstract. Always start writing abstract by introducing some uh, interesting sentence to attract the attention of your readers. Then write up the abstract and end up writing abstract by showing what result you got in your manuscript. Then you need to write up keywords. Write up at least 5 keywords uh, which are central to your manuscript. Then write up the introduction section. Always write up introduction section by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers, and insert at least 10 to 20 references in support your scholarly argument. And write introduction section as good as you can, because introduction section will show the beginning competency of your articles. Then end up introduction section by inserting the purpose and aim of your research. Then write up the problem description section. Write the problem you face in your research. Then you need to write up the objective of your research uh, and write objective of your research in 3 to 5 points. Each point should not be more than 15 words long. Uh, then uh, Then you need to write up the materials and methods section, describe the materials and methods you used in your research, and include the references in support of your chosen materials and methods. This is very important. Then after the materials and methods, if you have the experimental setup, you can include experimental setups. Then you need to write up the results and discussion section. This is very important. Divide results and discussion section in few points and give a caption for each point. And results and discussion section need to be elaborated with tabular, graphical, and visual interpretations. And this is very important because if you do not include the tables, graphs, and visual findings in your results and discussion section, your results and discussion section will not be widely accepted in many reputed journals. Then after results and discussion section, you need to write up the conclusion section, summarize your work in conclusion section, and always start writing conclusion section by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers, and always end up introduction conclusion section by inserting the future direction of your research. This was how the first article looked like. Second article also have the same contents, abstract, keywords, introduction section, problem description section, objectives of your work, methods, results and discussion section. And we introduce graphical presentation, support our results and discussion sections, and the conclusion. And after conclusion, you need to include all references that you used in your manuscript. This is how published journal articles look like. Now we go back to our presentation section again. For concluding remarks. So journal publication provide recognition of your work. It acts as a references. It acts as a communication and circulation, authentication and validation, and quality accomplishment. Remember, we are here to support you at every step. If you need assistance with any part of writing, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's get started on transforming your research into a published articles. So now I will open the floor to the audience to put me questions. I will be happy to answer your question.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Shahidul. We have some. Did you see the questions in chat about? I am a clinical psychologist, a doctorate student, and my question is, how do I compile a seminar on couples therapy based on the personal tests I took? Big question. Basically, how do I write the research paper?
Yeah, my question is, how do I compile
how do I create a seminar
or couple of therapy?
Behrooz, do you want to create a PowerPoint presentation to present at a conference?
On personal test I took. Yes, my question is, how do I compile a seminar on